What assets should you try to unload before your passing so it doesn't give your family a headache? I'm 𝗣𝗹 Zammitti of Zammitti Law, and we're an estate planning practice in New York and New Jersey. We provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking assistance in either estate planning or the administration following the passing of a loved one, you can reach out to us for a free consultation at yourplanningattorney.com. And speaking of value, we are here educating everyone for free. So please ask questions and share so together we can help some folks along the way. Now, one in particular I always suggest is timeshares. There are very few timeshares that have significant worth like Disney that, families take over often. Now, that doesn't mean timeshares are not valuable for your particular family if you use them. If you are still using them, fabulous. But as soon as you stop using them, please transfer it to a family member who does want it, sell it back, do what you have to do, because it will be a headache and a half for your family and the attorney trying to help them to get rid of that timeshare after your passing if you are still the owner. Certain collectibles, okay? If you can imagine, if you have lots of physical inventory of whatever that happens to be, coins, figurines, trains, cards, all you can imagine, all the things. That becomes more complicated because not only do they have to get proper valuation to secure the value for your beneficiaries, they have to find a buyer or maybe auction it off for probably less value than maybe it's worth. So during your lifetime, unless of course you're getting enjoyment out of those things, you could either sell it, give it to family and friends who might like it, or donate it to a place that would, appreciate those items. Those are a few things you can do. Firearms, right? Firearms become a little tricky because of obvious licensing purposes, right? The sheriff typically gets involved if there's no one to take over who has a license. So our suggestion typically when it comes to firearms is if you have a family member who is licensed, who would like those pieces to then, be co-title owners. So that should something happen, the other is automatically on that title, or obviously make it be known through your plan. Family businesses. Now, it's a little tricky. It's important to have an end game for your business and to also think about the what ifs of both incapacity and your passing when it comes to that business. We do help our clients establish and assign that interest in their business to a trust. So it does avoid the probate process and the formal appraisal process through the court, but it still can be complicated for someone outside of the business to wind it up. And if you have lasted more than a couple of years in a business, it means you have some sort of winning formula and maybe something of value there for your family. But without your proper guidance and your instruction and a way to transition that business, that value could be lost pretty quickly because it won't be maintained once you're unable to continue acting as such. A few other pieces I would say are certain digital assets. Above all else, if you don't have a good record and way of, and this definitely goes for cryptocurrency, if you don't have a good way of your family finding those assets, and they're not the type of assets that are going to just automatically go to the state because you haven't claimed them, then you really need to have that information buttoned up and or those items sold before something happens. But that's hard to say and when that's going to be. So having your plan and backing up all this information and providing your loved ones with the data they need to take care of the sale of collectibles, right? Take care of any outstanding businesses, firearms, or digital assets will help go a long, long way with avoiding legal complexities, right? Maintenance costs, and just some emotional turmoil when it comes to dealing with complex assets like that. Well, we hope you've learned something new here today. Again, I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you do need help in estate planning or the administrative process after someone's passing, you can reach out to us for a free consultation at yourplanningattorney.com. Take care, and don't forget to share. Bye-bye.